Welcome back to the #1 Akia podcast in the world.
Today we have our special intro by Erik. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
This is our 5th time having you at this point.
Is that right? 4th, 5th?
But first time recording in person.
First time in person.
We're all together sitting in my parents' Akia in California.
California Akia.
California Akia and old school furniture, and it's been a fun couple of days. Thanks for coming out, Erik.
Yeah, it's been a delight. Thank you for having me.
What has been your impressions of California thus far?
The weather is always perfect. There's night and day. Can't get better weather.
Okay. We've been internet friends for like a year now, about, right? Maybe six months, 8 months.
Yeah.
It's good.
E-friends.
Yeah.
Good
Who's
to-
keeping track?
Yeah. Are we as you thought we were? You can be real with us here.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's exactly as I expected.
Okay.
I was like,
The same guys as we portray over Zoom or Google Meets.
yeah.
When was the last time we recorded?
Last time we recorded was in Indonesia at my bachelor party.
Right.
We made it through. We'll record another one tomorrow. But Erik, good to have you. As a contractor, licensed contractor in the U.S., lived there for 20 years, now moving permanently back to Niigata. What's top of mind for you?
Top of mind is the saunas.
Okay, here we go.
Sauna
Here-
life in Japan.
Okay,
right?
okay. We got
Sauna life is top of mind. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I can't help but think, what are the traditional routes for like box saunas in Japan, or like what are people doing to
Okay.
get their sauna on?
I don't know about traditional saunas in Japan. The only time I've seen like something traditional sauna like is in Beppu. You got to come visit us one day. But they do these kind of like, I wasn't sure what I was looking at. It looked like a teepee, kind of wigwam, we call them.
Really?
Like sweat lodge.
Wigwam.
That's what we call them in Nova Scotia, wigwams. Like a sweat lodge style kind of sauna, but that's because it's Beppu, and so they just pump the straight steam from the earth straight into these little
How big are they?
sweat lodges. Quite big, maybe about the size of this room.
So like a lot of people, can fit in there.
Yeah, maybe like I think 10, maybe a 10-person kind of sweat lodge. But I don't think Japan has much of a traditional sauna culture.
They have so much good
I
cedar.
think they do. Remember Kurt was telling us like we should go visit him in Shizuoka. That's like where sauna culture started in Japan or something. Like
No, that was Rio saying that, but that was the 1970s. They started Shiki
in the 70s.
Shiki Sauna or something in Shimizu, and
Okay.
Rio, our agent, was saying that it's like the mecca of sauna. They brought the sauna culture, like Swedish,
From
Finnish sauna culture,
Scandinavia
to
to
Japan. Apparently, so I don't think there's much traditional saunas in Japan. I could be wrong. I think it's more onsen.
Yeah.
We just brought Erik. We're like a Joe Rogan podcast now. We bring our guests. He came and saunaed with us this morning,
You guys are so famous.
hosed off. Now we are drinking some delicious coffee. Erik does not like our coffee. Come on, Erik.
All right, Eric.
To be
I know what Sato-san was complaining about.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Lots of milk and sugar, he told me.
Yeah.
That's what Erik is
I like-
asking for.
I like coffee with my milk and sugar.
All right, so what's the sauna? So you want to build a sauna? You want to start building saunas in Japan?
I think it'd be a fun project to just kind of spearhead, right? Like build one for myself. Worst case scenario, right? I have a sauna.
Yep.
Best case scenario, somebody wants it, and I just start
Sauna business.
delivering saunas
Yeah.
across Japan.
Sauna's big. I mean, there's a sauna manga right now. We saw it. It was Toto Now or
Oh, I
something.
forgot. That
We were reading
is
it.
hella funny.
Yeah, it was sauna manga. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, sauna culture and sauna hype in Japan is like crazy right now. Like we stayed at some crazy good.
So you've saunaed in Japan.
A lot.
What were all the heating units using? Were they all electric?
I think they've been all electric. Yeah, we've talked about this: liquid propane, electric, or wood fired. I think I've only tried wood or electric. So
Yeah. If you get comments from your audience, I'd love to know what people prefer.
if you're a listener, contact us at contact@akia-mart.com if you know about saunas. Also, another quick plug I forgot to mention, we are changing our consultations, and actually Joey and I are stepping out of the ring and letting Erik handle most of the consultations now. We will still have our consultations with us just for podcast listeners. So find that Calendly in the show notes. Okay, sorry to derail that.
Yeah. Sneaky link for Calendly
Yep.
for Joey and Take.
Yep. Okay, saunas. What kind of sauna? Do you think it's going to be hard? How much is it going to cost? What do you think?
I think 8-person. with the stove and shosugiban,
Out exterior.
yakisugi, exterior, cladded. I wanted to do a really cool like copper roof.
Yeah, I think the copper roofs are. If you could do like the Japanese tile roofs on top of
Yeah,
Sauna, that's fucking
They're like
cool.
locked in and they make like a diamond shape. Have you seen that? Yeah,
Triple lamb or no?
Not triple lamb. Sorry, Joe. You can't do triple lamb on the copper.
Eric's a roofer, and we've been driving around, and he's like, "Check out that triple lamb roof." And me and Joey are like, "What?" Learn a little bit about roofs.
Staring at the roofs out here in Cali. But yeah, like high impact, looks wise. Glass. You have a nice view out. And then I think the interchangeable piece is the heating unit. Right?
Do you think we can source the heating units in Japan, or is that probably international?
I think you're just better off just ordering it from Scandinavia country.
Yeah, they're all like, every time I go to a sauna in Japan, it's all like the Harvia or the Hume. I see the same brands that I see in Canada.
Might be. I mean, if you get it really deep into it, it might be worth contacting a metal company in Japan.
Okay.
I know a guy that makes kegs.
Like fabricators.
I'd hit up Fujihara-san.
To make one, you think, or
Yeah, to make a stove.
Oh,
Like, yeah. I don't know.
that
Maybe
hot?
that's unreasonable, but a lot of them are stainless
it's
steel.
cool.
So you just
I've never thought about how to create. I always would just be like, let's just buy that unit. But that's interesting if you think that's an option.
I mean, you're getting a custom knife made, same sort of thing.
I'm getting a custom
Jesse?
yakiniku
Okay.
table.
Oh, okay.
You know, they have to put that burner unit, vent it all, and
Okay.
everything. So
Would sauna go outside? Would you do barrel? Would you do square? What's your vision?
my vision is square, but imagine a roof, only one slope,
Yep.
and
He always starts with the roofs.
you got to top down, right? Imagine the corner of the roof. If it's a square one slope roof, the corner is at the highest peak, not an edge.
Corner.
And it slopes back to another corner that's at the lowest peak, like a diamond
Okay.
that's pointed up.
Did you see my sauna in Santa Cruz? I just had a roof going just like
I didn't.
sideways.
You know what? I didn't pay attention to the roof
Okay.
on your song.
I'll get your. Actually, if we go to Santa Cruz and get you that sweatshirt again, we should.
If it's a roof, I thought it was just a roof sloping like
Yeah,
one way.
sloping like that, but
And I think the eave was on one edge,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So you would.
Imagine it would just come down to the corner,
Oh, okay,
and so the corner of the building like sticks up. It has like this.
okay. Let's get crazy. Let's get.
If that, hopefully that I described it well enough for your
I
listeners.
think so.
I didn't really get it, but I believe you.
I'd draw it, but it wouldn't do us any good.
How fast would it take you to make an 8-person sauna? You think? We were like, Eric, here's a pile of money.
I think
here's our
you're
surf place.
waiting for the glass and waiting for the heating unit. I think framing up and building it shouldn't be too long. Maybe like a week.
All right, guys, I got a different topic
switch it
conversation.
up.
Let's move on from saunas real quick.
All right, fair.
So I think one thing that interesting that happened recently, I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on it, is the Nagasaki house
Yep.
that we found a buyer for recently. So I think the last time we did the podcast, we were still in the process of marketing this property. But just to, I'm leading to the question, but we got about 130 applicants for the property. And then of that, we asked them to send us a 1-minute video after that to, really get buy-in, see if they're serious. And then that number dropped down to 30, so 130.
Thank you for everyone that submitted a video. We did watch literally every single one, and hats off to you guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep.
And then from that 30, and then from the 130, we offered everybody that didn't get the property in the end, we offered them a free webinar. And Erik was the one that ran the webinar. So out of 130 that we sent the free webinar to, only 3 people showed up, but I think this is really interesting.
Maybe they felt like they were ready.
Well, so here's my hypothesis, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think. I think that we marketed this property as like a seal of approval. Like we actually did think it was a good property. Taka and I went down there.
It's a great property.
I thought it was an amazing
We
property.
met Mika's family. The location was great, very close to Nagasaki, right on the coastline. I think us saying like, hey, this is a really good property helped people get excited about it. Like I think a lot of people maybe they see the cheap properties in Japan, but they're a little bit nervous to pull the trigger because they don't want to make a mistake. Like I remember when we bought our first Beppu property, first night I thought we made a mistake, but with us being like, this is a good property, someone should buy this house. Like you can't go wrong buying this house almost. I think that's why we saw so much interest in this specific property. But then when we were like, with the webinar, hey, we can help you buy any other property in Japan, the interest fell off.
Damn, sorry, I pushed the button.
I would
Wrong button.
number one thing that comes to mind is buyer validation. When you're in sales, right? Like people want to be told that they're making the right decision. They probably know it, but they love to hear that sounding board of somebody like approving of their purchase.
We took a lot of the unknowns out, I believe. Like, who am I buying from? Where is, like, we did a really good job of removing question marks as much as possible. There's still going to be question marks, but there's probably like 80% less than if you were to just buy.
They don't feel like they're on an island. They don't feel like they're buying and they don't have any resources. They feel like they bought a house and the network to get started.
We are setting them up with like pretty much contacts already, so they could land day one and feasibly. Mika's parents are right down the road.
If the person that they were connected with couldn't do it, they would be inclined to be like, here's where you'd want to go, or this is what you'd want to do. They're not on an island, but they're on an island.
Kyushu Island. So you think it's the removing of the unknowns?
Yes. People want to pay for less pain. Or like, I think it's kind of messed up, but like, if I could remove pain, I would pay my way through it. And I think there's pain in trying to figure this out, especially, the family that we're selling it to has kids. And that's just a whole bunch of wild cards that I don't think if you had a newborn kid or something, like, now is not the right time to buy an Nokia in a different country and move there. I think
it's an interesting demographic that you managed to sell.
A lot of families
too.
Yeah, and I think that's probably
out of like the 30. What would you say were families?
A lot of couples, maybe at least like 30% were couples.
Age demographic?
Maybe like 5 had kids. 5 out of the
5
30
had kids. Age of demographic was probably we got 18-year-olds to 55, 60-year-olds, I think. But I think the average would be probably like people, older millennials.
Did they share their plan?
Yep, some of them did. Some of them gave us like a kind of like, what did you say? I didn't even understand you. But yeah, there was a lot of good plans, a lot of good people. I think we're going to do this again. So we will hit up that list again. But Joey, back to your point, I think, we just removed the question marks. I would pay that money if I knew that was like...
I think so too. Like if there was
the car's crazy.
Well, is there any advantage to that area?
It's
by
beautiful.
Nagasaki.
Yeah, I think
beautiful coastline. And you're close to a big city. Like Nagasaki's a big city.
But I mean, like, I could drop you almost anywhere. I feel like I could drop you almost anywhere in Japan, and you'd be relatively close to a big city and a coastline.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm like, so why were people so interested in this property? But then when we said, hey, for free, we can help you figure out your path to buy any other property in Japan, but the interest dropped off.
They want to be spoon-fed.
Yeah, maybe it is. That's for me. I thought it was like what I remember from the first time we bought a house. It was like the fear of that we're making a big mistake. I mean, also we didn't have jobs at the time either, so maybe the stakes were higher if we made a mistake.
Let's use all our severance and saved up money.
I think like in the spirit of removing the question marks, we also sort of made it like we're saying like this property is not a mistake. Like no one told us that when we bought the Beppu house, but we probably would have felt better had someone said that.
Nobody gave you any.
We had my friend Talasi go. She's like an older Japanese lady, and she was like, "It looks pretty abandoned, and the road is very, very small." Like said this like after we'd purchased, and we're like, she's like, "There's tape across the windows," and we're like, "Okay."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I said that after you bought it.
Yeah, I mean, like we were both thinking it. We're like,
very close to the neighbors or like stuff.
But I think we in that zone, and I guess all of us sitting here, we have a little bit more risk appetite than the average person. Like if we have kids, I totally understand that. Like that changes the calculation. Like
when Yoshi went to my place, like afterwards, he immediately was like, "I think you found a really, really good purchase, Erik."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yoshi said that about Tama, so that's why I also have like
Tama is a good house.
Tama's a great house.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have that like worry, Yeah.
So that helps. So clearly it helps.
Yeah.
I can't remember what Ziv told us when we bought the Beppu house, but we were a cheaper client for Ziv. Like we were buying a cheap house. So I think he just kind of like leveled with us and gave us the truth. Like you're buying a cheap house. Like you get what you get kind of thing. So
it's not even that cheap though.
It's cool. He went to go see it though. I remember.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at our Splitwise. I have a Splitwise for Kamigawa Lux. Remember we were trying to buy that other spot in Beppu. with like the big rock or something.
Split wise, where were you splitting?
I don't know. I have a Splitwise. I just came back from another bachelor party. They're using Splitwise, and I'm like, oh, Kamigawa Lux.
I'm glad Kamigawa for everyone is just like north of Beppu towards the town of Hiji. And it's just a little bit further. Like what I really like about the Beppu property is the walkability, and Kamigawa would decrease the walkability at that.
Yeah. All right, back to you, Erik. Here, you're a special guest. Erik's been doing some consultations for us, and Jay as well.
Erik's no longer special guest. He's just guest. He's been on he's a regular guest.
He's a bestie. We made it. We made it.
He's a bestie now.
Thanks.
Well, Erik, what have you been kind of noticing over the past months? Like, again, we've dropped off significantly on consoles. You've been talking to more folks.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of trends or things are you seeing?
I feel like a lot more people have a lot more confidence buying.
Okay.
Like in the consults, maybe in the beginning there was a lot more unknowns. I almost feel like you can skip some of the generic questions of like, why are there so many? Yeah. It's like, if you're looking to buy one, you probably know why there's so many by now and stuff like that. Maybe the superficial stuff is only really for people that are just getting into it. But once you booked a consult, you probably have those superficial questions answered.
It's interesting. The space has matured a little bit. Like, I think it's less questions of like, oh, you can get a cheap house. And now it's like,
what's your process? Exactly.
Which is cool.
And not to toot our own horn, but I'll toot. I think we have a really great process.
Okay.
So
thanks, man.
I feel like I'm your best critic because I'm like, oh, I want you, like, I'll tell you, you need to do this or that if I felt like there was something really missing because I'd been through it. Yeah. And I just feel like it's better than buying in the States. In my experience was better than buying in the States. So
we changing the name AMD to ABC.
ABC.
Are we taking Akia
Buyers Club?
I mean, and for the listeners out there too, like, so just in the car drive home last night, we were thinking about changing the name AMD, Akia Mart Direct, to something maybe a little bit more explicitly like Akia Buyers Club or something a little bit more descriptive. But I think that raises the question, like, do we want to continue down the Akia branding, which has, I know the business, the website's called Akia Mart, but we have every property in Japan on that website as well. It's not restricted by price. We just source every property that we find. So do we want to move away from Akia branding?
The literal kanji for Akia is empty home. Like, so it's definitely, we can take a broader term. Honestly, it is an empty home. We're sitting in an Akia right now kind of thing. So we could take that approach because it's not like dilapidated Akia, where it is still an empty home, might just be in Tokyo.
Yeah. I think Akia is fine.
Okay. Akia Mart Buyers Club or Akia Mart Buy. Those are the two.
Oh, you want the M in there.
You want the Akia Mart. You don't just want Akia Buyers Club.
Oh, that's true. I think we need to have the Mart in there somewhere.
Empty Home Buyers Club.
Akia Mart Buyers Club.
Empty Home Mart Buyers Club.
I'm just used to the AMD, Akia Mart Direct. That AMB is like a very easy transition for me personally.
AMB.
AMB.
Anyways, up for discussion.
Okay.
Trying to rebrand maybe away to something a little bit more descriptive.
I'm Team ABC.
Okay. Poll out to the podcast listeners. We actually value your guys' input probably the most out of everyone.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Option 1, Akia Mart Buyers Club, ABC, for our purchasing process. Option 2, Akia Mart Buy, AMB. Those are our two. Again, we're trying to have a name that just like we don't need to explain anymore.
Wait, what was the first one?
Akia Mart Buyers. Or you want Akia Buyers Club?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're going to throw them out there, you got to give me...
Okay, option 3,
Erik's choice.
Akia Buyers Club.
ABC.
My broader feeling is that, okay, well, one, Akia Buyers Club rolls off the tongue better than Akia Mart Buyers Club. But again, I feel like Akia is such a loaded term. I don't want people to think like, oh, we only can help you buy a dilapidated structure.
I don't think anybody feels that way.
No?
All right, podcast listener, let us know how you feel. But yeah, we'll let them decide. But I think all of them are better than Akia Mart Direct. I feel like we were making the process and I was just like, I know a lot of animes, they always have like direct shoot for like soccer or sports animes that I threw in direct.
It means like a powerful waza, power move.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's usually accompanied with like a power move hyper special beam cannon kind of thing.
It was lost on me from the beginning because I don't watch anime, but I trusted Taka.
Sure,
Trust
all
the
of your
process.
Anime listeners will get it.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, 100%. I don't need
S tier, whatever that means.
Yeah. All right, man. Eric, you've just made a company in Japan. Congratulations on
it's
the
official.
GK route. What's
Japan Unlocked GK?
Tell us your
go.
plans again. When are you moving?
Fun fact, right? When I went through the process, you have to list all the possibilities that your business might do.
Yeah. Better to list more than less, I've heard.
Yes. And they gave me like a list of like, hey, here's a hypothetical. It was like 17. I was like, I'm going to do 20. Nice. So I listed, like 20 different possibilities of business.
I think it can shoot you in the foot if I have no idea how actually, but I feel like there's some thing you might want to change about your business in the future, and you're going to have to do some government paperwork for it. And if you're doing something that you didn't say initially that you're going to do, like it can cause some headache.
I would say the biggest catch would be if you want to do something that would require a license in the future. So one of my big things, my main business path is car buying, selling, and I need a secondhand dealer's license. So if I didn't have that listed and I went for a dealer license later on, that would be a nightmare.
They'd be like, wait a second, did you
You'd
just
have to go,
change your business?
You'd have to go file more government paperwork to add car buying onto your business. And it would just be more money.
We don't do that here.
Yeah. But in the States, I feel like you have to classify your LLC as like one thing.
Yeah. I remember we talked to you after you purchased the house and you were like starting that process and you're like, you had mentioned like, oh yeah, on my business thing, I wrote like work with Akimart. Me and Joe were like, what? Well, that's cool. Like it was totally cool with us. But we were like, like partner with Akimart for it. It was like, oh, totally cool. But
I was like, I'm just throwing things out there.
Hey, look at us. We're here. We
Fake
are.
it till you make it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna manifest it into existence.
And then when are you moving? You're selling your house in Minnesota?
Yeah, I'll probably sell the house maybe a year after we're there.
Okay.
So like if we've made a successful year there, business wise.
Okay.
Then
who's gonna live in your Minnesota house?
I don't know.
Me and Joey, Hacker House.
Well,
yeah.
What's been the most complicated part applying for this business manager visa?
I think the biggest thing is just getting started. Yeah.
Like just
being connected to the right people and getting started. So I would really love in the future for you guys to do like a home seal of approval, maybe with a business transaction on top of it, right? So they're like, hey, I want a home, but I want to be able to live in Japan full time. Hey, we've solved the problem. You're going to buy this business.
Oh, that's interesting. Like, so yeah, we could, I don't know if we talked about this on the pod, but we're very interested in buying old businesses. Japan has a big problem there. I don't know what it's called, like Aki business.
Oh, just like yeah. Oh, yeah. Aki business.
Aki business.
I think Rio. I was
Aki
talking to
biz.
Rio. Rio said there is a word.
Yeah. Okay. But anyways, we are totally hear you. We're looking at a coin laundry potentially. Sneak peek. But
Coin laundry would be cool.
buying, if we owned both, or if we bought the property that the coin laundry was on, and you could live upstairs and you have a business downstairs.
Yeah, or
that's a
maybe you're
cool route.
within 5 minutes. The property's within 5-10 minutes commute.
It's interesting. You could buy a property under a business and sell that business with the property easier than it is to buy the property itself. Sorry if that was confusing.
Yeah, you buy the business. So if the
owns the
business
property.
owns the property, you can sell your business easier than it is to just go through a straight real estate transaction.
It's like a
But the
transfer.
real estate transaction's already easy, so how much easier could it be?
It's even easier.
It's even easier,
That's
apparently.
incredible.
That's
But
what we've been
making
told.
the company is the current friction
bit,
point
yeah.
where we're working through. So that
So
might
you
be.
could, you could acquire the business. The next hurdle then would just be like, hey, I own this business.
Yep.
You got to work with, the Visa company, and they would go, oh, okay, cool. It's an existing business. Now we're going to apply for your business manager visa.
Yeah.
given that you have this existing
I think
business.
the bank. Do you inherit the bank account? We should look into that more. That's actually a really cool idea. Where that's 0 to hero.
What's
a little
the
bit.
easiest one to try? Coin laundry
Banks?
is sexy,
Oh,
right?
businesses.
But like, what would be the lowest bar of entry to try this out?
I see a lot. So there's a website out there for buying and selling small businesses in Japan. I see a lot of like nail salons.
Nail salon.
I say a lot of nail
That's
salons.
a low bar of entry.
I'm in, dude.
Yeah,
My fiance loves nail salons.
And I feel like it's also
my
very.
neighbor is an esthetician, so
Oh, crap.
I say a lot of nail salons.
I'll convince them to move.
So this just as a,
Akiyamar nail salon? Is that coming up?
you can
Aki
even
nails.
market this as like, hey, if you want to disappear from the U.S. or whatever, right? We'll set you up with a business, a house, like in Japan, like ready to go, business manager visa.
You want a new life?
Yeah,
Your
new
life
life.
sucks? Here's a new life for you guys.
What's the term? I'm gonna look it up while you guys.
But yeah, nail salons. What else have I seen? Restaurants. Lots of restaurants.
Restaurants are hard, though. It's just
So usually I have seen at least once before where the business came with the real estate that like you bought the real estate and the business on it, but most of them you're just buying the rights to the business and whatever equipment comes with it, and then you're still renting the space from whoever the landlord is.
So then it's more like a leasehold instead of a freehold.
Exactly. You're buying the business, not the real estate for most of these.
that's a good idea, Eric. I think you're full of good ideas. The masthead banner we did on Akimart, people might have seen. That's an Eric idea.
I just keep getting my ego boosted.
He's killing it.
Erik-san.
Yeah, so nail salon might not appeal to a certain demographic of client, right? So what other low bar? I mean, like coin laundry is pretty low bar.
Sauna
right?
business.
Sauna biz?
Sauna business.
Oh, like
Just
can you acquire an onsen pretty?
yeah. There's
I haven't looked, but I've never seen one.
a lot of ryokans that have onsens in it. So actually, that's buying a existing hotel is one.
But I mean, now we're moving into like buying a hotel in Japan. You're still going to have to pay $500,000 US.
Oh,
So
it's still up there then. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, there's abandoned hotels too. Beppu has like 10 abandoned hotels that I
Huge
know of.
abandoned hotels. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure they're out there. Like I have not really looked at everything available on this small business mergers and acquisition website, but
yeah. I saw like automotive parts coating business near me, and I was like, "Ooh, that's so cool."
powder coating. That's,
It was like powder coating, anodizing. I think they did a little everything. So
Ooh,
they
that's
already
like,
did like 50 million yen in business a year.
what is that, like 300K, 350K
I
US?
think that's
Yeah.
what they were grossing or something. And then they whatchamacallit, they just needed a successor.
that's the other interesting
Yeah,
thing I
It's like
see.
their business is down. Successor plus a little bit of cash injection,
Yep.
marketing, add some clients.
That's like everything. I think that's like, marketing, modern marketing, digital
So
marketing.
like 7 out of 10 of the listings.
That's what I was exactly going to say. Like that's the reason why buying a small business in Japan I think is really exciting. It's the same reason why there's so many Akiyas in the country. Every single like listing I've looked at for these small businesses, the reason why they're selling is no successor.
And I think what's attractive to a lot of Western people that just want to like settle down a little bit more is a cafe.
Yeah, the cafe is like where did that come from? It's like a glorified dream for most. For like, let's just move to the
I
countryside.
want a
and do-
taqueria so bad. You have no idea, but I have
Okay.
no business like grinding it out day in and day out in a kitchen.
You see us grinding our espresso here. We're working our way towards the Akimart Cafe.
I see cafes on that website too. Usually it's like cafe, parfait, like that
Bakery
Japan
or-
style
yeah,
cafe.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's definitely a big business opportunity. Joey and I have thought about like Akimart, but for businesses, and it could be a cool area, fun area. We got some good questions yesterday. We did a webinar for Japan Society of Northern California.
Yeah.
We had maybe like 200 to 300 attendees, probably our biggest webinar to date. So if you're listening, went to that, thank you. One of the questions they asked, like, they were like, why the hell are you guys so random and you guys just do a whole bunch of like random stuff? How do we answer that, Joey and Eric?
Well, I mean, so I provided an answer in the webinar yesterday, but I do agree. I think like, I see this again on like, Y Combinator posting something on LinkedIn. I do think for business owners, it is very easy to get distracted by new and brand new sort of projects and
shiny
stuff.
objects.
And I do think it requires, you do have to focus. And so I do think we are a little bit all over the place. So I think that criticism was not, was a good criticism
Yeah,
of
it was
us,
good.
is what I'm saying.
It's only random if you're on the outside. If you're on the inside, you
true.
see how the puzzles connect. The puzzle. You're like, the puzzle's not complete. You're looking at like 10 pieces on the table,
Yep.
right? And it's a 100-piece puzzle. So maybe it looks random.
And they just see
now.
10 pieces, but we're like, okay, this is the focused section in this little corner of the puzzle.
Our puzzle's crazy, bro.
They don't have the whole picture. They don't have the box next to the puzzle.
I think also just moving fast, there's like a benefit in just moving fast and trying stuff. Like I never read that book, Lean Startup, but I think they emphasize like try something and try a lot of small experiments like quickly and learn, let them fail quickly if they're going to fail and just, figure out what works quickly.
Yeah.
Speaking of next potential failure, Japan surf house. Have we talked about that
Next
yet?
potential failure.
Next potential failure. Joey and I coming back from this surf trip, man, I'm very unhealthy in Japan. And I don't exercise. I eat great food.
Because we haven't really had a kitchen.
We haven't had a kitchen. We haven't had a shower. So I need to surf.
You don't go
more.
grocery shopping when you're in Japan?
So
we move around so much.
Yeah.
We're only in one place for like 3 days. These are like rapid fire trips.
My fridge and stove have been used already, and it's awesome.
I made like one dinner in Tama, I think, at this point.
Beth is making egg sandos.
You'll make some more if you spend some time.
Oh yeah,
there.
but either way, we need to have exercise. Eric, you mentioned you already snowboard.
Yeah.
Joey and I, we are just fat asses, just hanging out, drinking a lot of coffee and beer and eating out.
Fried foods.
So next project, we have a couple points scoped out. Maybe one in Tokushima, maybe one in Miyazaki. Looking for one investor for maybe a surf house camp kind of situation.
Yeah.
How you feel
that
about
special
Joey?
listener?
I'm very excited about surf house. I agree. I think having a house focused on some sort of activity, athletic activity, would be a lot of fun. Because, yeah, you hit the nail on the head. We're kind of, it's like
We're not healthy.
not the healthiest traveling around like that.
What I think would be really cool about it is if you could find a place that is year-round healthy activity.
Surfing.
Imagine you have like a winter sport and a summer sport though. So you could go surfing, but it's close enough to the ski resorts that
This
you could do
next
that.
year, I'm jumping into snowboarding there.
Like,
so
is there?
I'm happy.
Well, like,
we're
is
gonna
there
try it.
coastline? It's
That's
close
close
to
enough.
the Japanese Alps, right?
Yeah.
That is good surfing. That's what I'm really curious. I'm hoping that you guys
Shink.
can find that for me.
Bullet train, I,
don't,
think.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, bullet
What?
train.
All that coastline, and there's nothing by the
It
Alps.
depends what you like to surf, though, too. Like, I like surfing reef breaks, which are, I think,
South.
to my understanding, more common closer to Kyushu and just less
Because
so
of
in
all the-
Kyushu. But I'm okay. I'm okay with that. We
So
can
back
figure it out.
So back to the surf house. So the surf house idea, two interesting ideas there, and two different locations that we've been kind of kicking around recently. So one in Tokushima, close to where our friend and real estate agent that we work with, Rio, lives. So that would be a good opportunity there. The second one is in Hyuga, and this is like a very large house that someone approached us to help them sell. It used to be a restaurant. It used to be like an English language school. I don't know how many bedrooms, like 6. It's a large.
It's huge.
It's a huge
Big-
house,
Big parking lot.
big parking lot. It used to be a commercial business, but it's right on it's on this cliff overlooking,
Evacuation
tsunami
zone.
proof. It's on this high up cliff overlooking this beautiful surf beach as well. I think he's asking for $300,000 US for it, but
What's the access?
access to Hyuga, you'd probably fly into Miyazaki.
And then drive up to.
Oh, I mean to population. What's the access to population? If you ran a business out of there, like what do you have for potential clientele?
So
good question.
Miyazaki is famous for mangoes. Miyazaki mangoes, baby. No,
Great coffee in Hyuga. We found just
good
one
coffee.
random
But
coffee
it's very
spot.
famous, I think, for like the tropical getaway, like so golf courses, surfing. I think are probably the big things there.
But like
But,
your local population.
Local population's low, but if you're a surfer that's coming from abroad, Miyazaki should be on the radar. If you like surfing, I'd say. So I think that would be a demographic. Golfers, warm weather folks. It doesn't make sense, but we want to do it because our personal health is how I'm gonna.
Yeah.
That's where we want you to bring the sauna.
To Miyazaki.
Yes, sir. First project.
Oh, yeah. Was it like an 8-hour drive?
Maybe longer.
Might be a
From
little
Niigata.
warm for you down there, eh?
Steamy. Yeah.
But yeah,
That's where we. Okay, so building the sauna is one thing, and then getting it there is the next.
Can you build it down there?
Yeah, you could. Is it where? Is
Yeah.
it?
How would you think about that from a builder's perspective? Okay, got it. Understood.
Because then you got to live while you build, right? Like,
I mean, the Miyazaki house is ready.
Bro, you're gonna be on the beach.
Yeah.
Where's the
you're
complaint?
gonna be working the whole time. You know what I mean?
But with the ocean view, bro.
You get too sweaty, you go for a swim.
Okay, I think we try the sauna first in Niigata. Let's see how that.
I want to see if we can just build them there
Yeah.
and then ship it.
Yeah.
Because you can't always build on site.
Okay,
And-
understood.
Yeah.
So we were one Miyazaki. The other one is again Tokushima. The reason for Tokushima, we went on the surf camp, and one of the ladies, Nat, who's one of the owners of the surf camp, is from Japan, and she's like, try out Tokushima. And there's this one kid, Riku Matsumoto, who's a pro surfer. That was our surf guide, and dude shreds. And we got to sponsor him someday, Joey.
You got a pro surfer.
He shreds.
He shreds. He's the nicest kid, but he was like pointing out on the map, like, okay, here, and they're like.
On a map of Japan, he was telling you the hot spots?
Yeah, and
he was sharing?
He would never let me down in the water in Indo. He pointed his hand and he's like, "Go, Taki." I'm like, "Okay," and I'd catch a great wave.
Oh man!
So I trust this 18-year-old with my surf life right now.
That's a surf prodigy you got there.
He is. He's an animal. Take a look at his Instagram. Surf Riku Matsumoto. But all right, man. Erik, anything you want to say here? I know we've spent a lot of quality time together in California. Thank you for flying out. But like, anything you want to say here?
Oh, just excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the future. Next purchases. Yeah.
What's coming up?
Yeah.
What's coming up for you?
I'm just kind of looking for another spot that's low cost and still has that traditional charm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would be nice to be able to allow people to stay in my area for like a month or 2 months at a time.
You're looking to buy more in the same spot that you've been buying already?
Yeah.
Erik Domati.
I'm a glutton for.
You're going to rename the town.
Yeah. That
Mayor
area.
Erik.
You know, if I do consults with people and they're like unsure of where they want to be, I'm like, oh, you want to be here. This is exactly where you want to be. This is the best place.
Tell us about your astral chart telling you you should be in Niigata. Come on.
Like, I did the date and time and place when I was born and my wife, and it basically said our energies are really good from like a productivity and relationship standpoint to live in all of places. After I did this after I purchased in Niigata, Japan. And I was just like, how is that? That's weird that I'm drawn there or I ended up there.
What was this website? What?
Yeah, how do we find out?
You know what?
Where...
I actually did it through ChatGPT.
Okay.
Okay.
ChatGPT can give you this without you having to pay some secondary service.
Dude, you might have been asking about Niigata already, and it just like put two and two together.
No, because it gives you all these different areas in the world.
But it might
based
just be
on
like,
your star chart.
Eric's gonna like this response. Let's toss him a little Niigata bone here.
It can't lie about your star chart.
Dude,
like if I did it somewhere else.
don't know,
I think it
man.
can.
I think it definitely can.
No, dude, don't give me that bad news, man.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for being here. We have a full day. We're doing a happy hour in downtown Palo Alto at the Japan Innovation Campus. 75 people RSVP'd. How many think you are gonna show up, guys?
50%.
48 people.
Okay, I'm gonna bring 50 Coors Lights then. Here we go.
Thanks.